At the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, a single word shook the room. Senator Jinggoy Estrada leaned forward and asked,
So pag naglalaban-laban yung siyam na korporasyon sa isang kontrata at kung sino manalo ron, kahit isa sa siyam na manalo, sa'yo pa rin yun, ikaw pa rin ang panalo. Correct?
Opo.
That one admission, brazen, blunt, and shocking, revealed a scheme that cuts straight to the heart of corruption in public works. Sara Discaya is not your ordinary contractor. She admitted to owning 9 construction firms, 9 companies that often bid against each other for the same government projects. To the untrained eye, it looks like competition. But in reality, it's a monopoly masquerading as fair play. So kahit sino in manalo is a bidding, si Discaya pa rin ang wagi. This revelation alone is damning, but the timeline makes it even more explosive. Under questioning by Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa, Discaya herself admitted that her company's entry into the lucrative DPWH flood control projects began in 2016. Now pause and connect the dots. 2016 is the year Rodrigo Duterte became president of the Philippines. And it's the same year Senator Mark Villar, son of one of the country's richest political families, took the helm as Secretary of the Department of Public Works and Highways. Is it just a coincidence? Or was 2016 the opening of the floodgates, literally and figuratively, for contractors like Discaya to carve out their empires under DPWH's watch? President Bongbong Marcos has already sounded the alarm. From July 2022 to May 2025, more than 500 billion pesos of taxpayer money was poured into flood control projects. Out of that massive pie, just 15 contractors cornered a staggering 20%. And who's among them? Sara Discaya. One of her companies, Alpha and Omega General Contractor and Development Corporation, bid for 491 projects and won 71. Multiply that by her 8 other firms, and you begin to see just how deep her reach goes. Senator Estrada did not mince words when he told Discaya.
Kanina, sinabi mo Alpha Phi Omega lang ang sa'yo.
Opo.
Nung tinanong kita ulit, in-enumerate ko lahat yung siyam na korporasyon, inamin mo sa'yo lahat yun. Oh, di ba? Records will bear me out. O ngayon, ang tinatanong ko sa'yo, yung bang siyam na korporasyon na yun,
Panglimang tanong na.
naglalaban-laban ba sa bidding yan?
Panglimang
Yes
tanong
po.
na yan eh. Sabi mo kanina, last question.
Hindi ba sumagot? Ay, sumagot.
Oh.
Hindi, sagutin mo.
Sumagot ako.
O,
Opo.
naglalaban-laban.
Opo.
So pag naglalaban-laban yung siyam na korporasyon sa isang kontrata, at kung sino manalo ron, kahit isa sa siyam na manalo, sa'yo pa rin yun, ikaw pa rin ang panalo. Correct?
Opo.
And in the gallery, whispers turned to outrage. Senator Erwin Tulfo had a simpler name for it. Bidding it. A mockery of transparency. A circus of paperwork where the taxpayers are always the losers.
Establish natin na nagtayo siya ng maraming company, okay? Para pwede nilang palabasin na sila mismo, 3-4 na company niya papasok sa isang bidding. So kung matalo yung 3, meron pa rin isa. So mananalo siya pa rin makakuha ng project sa DPWH. Common practice yan sa mga bidding sa DPWH. Magpapasali yung isang tao ng 4 o 5 niyang kumpanya at pagkatapos, yung tinatawag dito, bidding-biddingan kung tawagin nila. Kunwari may bidding pero isa na may-ari, isa na lang makakuha nun dahil 4 o 5 company niya ang sumali doon sa bidding.
Discaya insists she has no point person inside DPWH. She denied knowing anyone, only to later admit familiarity with district engineers in Bulacan and Laguna. She swore her firms had enough employees to handle hundreds of projects, though critics argue no contractor could realistically stretch themselves that thin without cutting corners. And then there's the wealth, the cars, the lifestyle. 28 luxury vehicles declared. But in a separate interview with broadcaster Julius Babao, Discaya bragged about owning more than 40. Rolls-Royce, Bentley, the works. And she admitted her family's fortune turned only when they started securing DPWH contracts. This is the crux of the scandal. A contractor who mushroomed into an empire right when Duterte took power, right when Mark Villar oversaw DPWH, right when flood control projects ballooned into one of the most lucrative slices of the national budget. Billions of pesos meant to protect Filipinos from typhoons, flash floods, and rising seas. Instead, these billions may have simply enriched a handful of names, one of them being Sara Discaya. And now, under oath, she's admitted what many feared all along, that the bidding system itself may be nothing more than a facade, a rigged game where the winner was always predetermined.
Yung mga flood control projects, kailan kayo nag-engage ng flood control projects sa DPWH?
Siguro mga 2016 onwards.
Please make sure of your answer.
Yes po, 2016 onwards po.
2016 onwards?
Yes po.
The Senate promises accountability. Senators threaten charges. The president has vowed an independent commission to dig deeper. But the bigger question remains, who in power allowed this to happen? Who benefited alongside Discaya? And how many more yes answers are hiding in the shadows of Philippine politics? Because in the end, this isn't just about Sara Discaya's 9 companies. This is about a system designed to make the public lose, while the chosen few always win.